Umbrella Fight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Umbrella Fight. My name is Nathan, and today we're going to be talking about the only thing that matters on this podcast, and that is, of course,
Umbrella Fight.
Video games.
Video games.
Yeah.
Got to make a little space for that Umbrella Fight. Oh,
Good.
man, what a busy-ass day I've had. And I'm super glad that I'm at this point in my day, because this is always the highlight of my week. Hanging out with you guys. Devin, John, how the hell are you?
Bro,
Doing good. Just got out of war.
Oh,
literally,
you went to war.
literally crashed the helicopter. We did not make it home.
That was not good, dude.
Closed
Mm.
casket. Closed.
You said it was fine. I was watching that, and you said it was fine. It turned out
wasn't
not to be
fine.
fine, guys.
I
Yeah,
tried-
you say you're like, screw. It's fine. It's fine. We're spiraling down in a helicopter. Yeah, it was indeed not fine.
It was not fine.
Oh, you poor bastards.
Yeah, I don't know who our pilot was, but
Yeah,
Who
that
was
guy
that
needs-
lock in.
He
Bro.
needs train aim
Yeah.
big time. All right. Well, as I said, welcome to the Umbrella Fight podcast. This is, of course, a video game podcast where we talk about videos and games, and sometimes we put them together and talk about video games. To my lower left, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, we have our good friend John. John, I hope you're doing well. Welcome. And
Man,
then, of course,
Sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. No,
Oh,
go
no.
right ahead.
I was doing
right in.
great, but now my phone's a brick essentially right now,
Mm.
and like that's kind of put a
Inconvenient.
damper on things, a little inconvenience. Like, what am I gonna
Yeah.
scroll to when I go to bed? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
what am
can't
I-
doom scroll tonight. Your phone is
Oh,
actually
yeah.
looking out
What-
for you. It wants you to get a good
whatever
night's sleep.
Shall I do?
Yeah.
Sleep better is what you're
Totally
gonna
not
do.
like Amazon Fire Stick has a TikTok app, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh
True.
my gosh.
True. And that buttery smooth other voice that we've got on the lower right here belongs to
Ooh.
Devin. Devin, how
Oh,
you
yeah.
doing, man?
Oh, I'm just doing fantastic. How's everybody else
I
doing?
like that. I like that. That's some ASMR right there. You get a free
was for
ASMR when
free,
you come to
dude.
the Umbrella
Yeah.
Fight.
That was
You
free.
need to start charging folks for
Can't
that.
take a drink yet. Yeah, we're yeah,
Everyone
so
here's taking a drink.
we will in just a second. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up my thing because I forgot to again. We have a tradition here on the Umbrella Fight podcast wherein I hope everybody has a drink near them, whether it's water or scotch or something other than that. We're going to go ahead and do our collective quench.
Collective quench. Let's go.
Collective quench. Go ahead and get your drinks. Umbrella Fight. Our circle tight, we shine together in the night with laughter loud and spirits in sync. Raise every glass, and now we drink.
You drink. Hell hydrate.
So good. Hail hydrate. Guys, I have graduated.
He has.
did it.
I went from a 970 to a 3060.
Mm.
And I feel so good about it. Oh my gosh. It's
All
like
of the frames.
it's like
all
riding a
of-
tricycle and then getting a car. Like for real. I could play video games again, proper video games that have good graphics, and unoptimized video games that Randy Pitchford yelled at us about. Fuck that guy.
Hey,
Screw
you
him.
did what he wanted you to do, though.
I did. I went out
You
and
did.
got a new graphics card.
He got you.
He got you.
The Pitchford strikes again.
Got you.
Actually, I want to point out real quick, we do have a Twitch channel. We stream every single night. I begin usually around 9:30. It's usually just me. And right now we're playing through Silent Hill Remake 2. I just enabled subscriptions. So if you guys want to subscribe, you can get nothing for right now except some warm love from me and the Umbrella Fight team. But also I'm uploading some emotes, and the very first emote that I uploaded is a white little square that has the black text in it, which simply says, "Fuck Randy Pitchford." So if you guys want to go ahead and follow the Twitch channel right now, you can come hang out and chat and
Amazing.
make fun of me being bad at video games and just spam "Fuck Randy Pitchford" in the chat all day long to your heart's
Let's
content,
go.
because that's what we would do here at Umbrella Fight.
That's right.
So yeah, I just wanted to shout out. Good graphics cards are good, and the Twitch channel, that's been a lot of fun. I have some folks that YouTube shows up. I do Twitch and YouTube for the streams, and YouTube was popping off the other night. I had like 13 people hanging out watching me play
Dang,
some
let's go.
Silent Hill 2. Yeah, it felt good.
That's pretty
Um,
insane.
But yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on that. I do want to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the very first game we're going to talk about, and you know exactly what that is, Jonathan. The Bloodborns.
Bloodborne, bro.
John, you've been playing Bloodborne,
I have been playing Bloodborne.
and I am super duper stoked about that. Talk to me about your Bloodborne experience, if you wouldn't mind. Tell me how that's going.
So, okay. This game is weird. Like, okay, so I have a couple of things. So this footage, if you play it from the beginning, it starts off probably like 10 deaths in.
Oh, you want me to go back to the beginning real quick? I
don't-
popped
you-
open the cleric beast.
You don't have to. The cleric. This is a really short fight. I only did one attempt with him, but so I can actually kind of explain what I mean. So with this fight, so you can leave this up. But like,
Okay.
this is like, it's weird because like, I'm watching this guy move, right? And it's like there are some attacks that he throws that like should not hit me. Sorry, but like, no, you shouldn't hit me there. You shouldn't, right? Like, and what was making me mad is that like the stupid stuff, like those statues were getting in my way. So it was like I'm backing up here to try to get away from stuff because it was like I'm dodging to the side of him to try and get behind him. But it's like stuff was like in the way. So it was like the camera, I couldn't see the dude because like a carriage would be in the way. It was making me so mad. But so like look at this here. You see that with the bridge?
Oh, he breaks the carriage? I don't
Yes.
think I've ever seen him break the carriage.
Dude, I was so mad. I was like, all right.
Died.
And then I was like, that was when I stopped the recording. I was like, all right, let me I want to play some Battlefield. But here it starts off in like I just killed that stupid fat guy. I died to him a bunch because he has this stupid attack where he does a big old swing and he swings behind himself and hits you even if you're behind him, which pissed me off. But
You're
like,
talking about the guy in the black cloak that's back in that little corridor area?
yeah.
Okay, so homie right there is an out of biome enemy. He is you found a secret, you're punished enemy.
Wow. Well, I killed him.
First off, great job. That's an insane kill. But then on top of that, the reward that you get for it is not something you can even use until 2 or 3 boss fights in.
That pisses me off.
So
yeah,
annoying. This game hates you.
Dude, I actually killed him in a quite like fascinating, like fun way, which made me happy. But no, so like it's weird because like it's been a while since I've played like a Souls game for the first time, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Like where I'm just like, let's see what this is about. Like I have 0 spoilers about this game.
That's
so
wild.
It's weird. So like the gun, I'm confused on the gun because I'm like, all right, I keep shooting them where like I would normally parry in a Souls game.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, they're still hitting me. So this doesn't work that way.
That's right. It does
So,
not
like,
work
I
that way.
do that.
It's
do that.
a gun.
Yeah,
not
like
a parry
it's a
shield.
gun, not a parry. So like I keep.
It is a parry.
It is a parry.
Oh, it is a parry?
So just to give you guys some context to what's going on with the gun is a parry, and the reason it's a gun and not a shield is because this game favors aggression more than anything else. It is the reason I love Bloodborne. Sorry to commandeer the mic here, but one of the things that I love about Bloodborne, in fact, it's probably the single most thing I love about the combat in Bloodborne, is that aggression is rewarded. So there's 2 mechanics going on. One is the gun. Guns are inherently aggressive machines. They're shooting bullets at high velocities. And so instead of having to parry in that one small window where you in Dark Souls, you throw your shield out, you kind of have to shoot a little before that parry window hits open. You're going to get to a point where you meet some guys that have lanterns that they hold, and they've got like big black cloaks on. Everything has a black cloak on in this game. What am I talking about? But these lantern guys are sort of your training ground for what parry windows look like, because their parry window is as wide as their attack animation. So every frame of their attack animation is ready for parry, and you can shoot them pretty much whenever they're attacking you, and then you'll get a parry off.
Because
Now,
I've hit the timing accidentally where you do that freaking where you like rip into them and like you rip out like
Yeah.
their like
So you
spine or whatever.
staggered somebody. Yeah. So there's the parry, the stagger, which comes from the parry, and your weapon does not determine the strength of. I'm kind of like helping you a little bit here. The weapon that you have and the strength of that weapon does not determine how strong that that riposte is. It's actually determined by your skill stat.
Look, I
So
did
the
it.
more you level that up, yeah, look at that. Oh, notice
Dang.
how he doesn't do it with a weapon. He just puts his whole fucking hand in the guy's chest or
Yeah, he
stomach, and
did.
rips the blood out. Oh, it's
The
visceral.
little
as hell.
emote on him.
Dude, yeah, that was me like spamming on him. So like, dude, here, bro, there's like 10 enemies just walking down this hallway.
Yeah,
I'm
these
just
are
like-
trash enemies. You'll figure these guys out easy enough. Oh, look at you! You just smashed that mofo to death.
Yeah,
right
like
there.
I wasn't worried about him, but it's just the numbers.
Yeah,
Like,
sheer numbers in this game will kill you quick. I mean, it's a Dark Souls game. What do you expect? Yeah, but so Dark Souls as a rule has dangerous everything. This is no exception. Enemies are just they're going to get you pretty much no matter what. You can overlevel and not worry about it too much. Like obviously if you're near the end of the game and you come back to this area, ain't nobody can do anything with you. But yeah, the level of aggression. Oh, the other mechanic that I want to mention is the rally mechanic. If you get hit, you'll notice here when John gets hit, his health bar goes down, the little white notch that shows where his health is, but the amount of health that was drained from him stays active as an orange. See it? It's orange. That, and as he hits,
I
it
just healed,
refills.
bro.
You healed while you're attacking. So the value in aggression here is twofold. One, getting in there and getting up that butt, just like a Dark Souls game would. But you can regain your health,
Gotta get in them.
almost all of it, if you're attacking correctly and getting back into the fight right away.
Mm.
So yeah, the combat in this is fast paced, like more so than a Dark Souls game usually is. And oh, look at that. Crushed. You picked the right starting weapon, in my opinion. I know a lot of people favor that saw cleaver, but this axe, you've got such a reach with it.
Dang.
And
Especially bro, when you got it in that lock mode. And it's like it just like as I was playing this, I'm like, man, this takes me back, you know, to like
Yeah.
when I was playing like Dark Souls for the first time, just like walking around, like figuring out like, and I died so much because like I was just like, all right, well, let me just stress test this game. Like, let me not really care so much about dying, whatever, because it's like, yeah, you know, I lose out on souls or whatever they're called in this game or whatever. But
blood echoes.
blood echoes, that's right. But it's like, hey, the goal is not to get hit anyway. You know what I mean?
True.
So
Very true.
it doesn't matter how much health how many hit points I give myself or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, like the world is really interesting. Like I was not expecting it to be like high Victorian. Like everyone
Yep.
has a British accent and hates you for some reason.
Dude, they're so mad at you. You're supposed to be a hunter. Where is the safe
hate-
place to go?
I ran into that lady, by the way.
Yeah, she's pissed at you
She
immediately.
hates me, bro. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, what did I do? But like these guys, when you die, like when I kill them, they'll literally like their dying breath is like curse you. You know, it's like literally like they hate you. And I'm
It's
just
true.
like, what happened, bro? Like, what did I do?
Yeah. So the story in this game is kind of convoluted and weird. There's a church called the Blood Church, I think, and Willem runs it or whatever. And they're doing experiments with trying to like open their eyes and see beyond and all this weird, strange shit. But effectively, there is an infection that has gone around causing these standard citizens to become hostile to you. And they're just like pissed off in general. So as you traverse through all of these things, you'll run into many bosses, obviously. And they're all a byproduct of this infection that has spread throughout Yarnum here.
Hate this stupid dog, by the way.
Yeah, dude, dogs. Okay, first off, I'll
Dogs
give you
are
a pro tip.
They just
Your
hate-
your gun is like dog repellent. Your gun does what's called a blood tinge damage. Okay, and dogs are wildly susceptible to blood tinge to the point of shooting them, they stagger immediately and will fall off to the wayside.
yeah.
So you can definitely use that to get
Hate 'em.
around them. They're terrible. Dogs in Dark Souls games are trash. Like, full stop. Full send, even. But yeah, man, I'm super excited that you're playing this game. This high Victorian stuff is just the tip of the
Oh,
iceberg,
dude.
because
No,
later it gets into like Cthulhu cosmic horror. There's aliens in this game, and I'm not talking like weird aliens or like xenomorphs. I mean little gray aliens with heads, and they have tentacles what come out of their
What?
little gray heads. This game is off the fucking rails, like from the word go.
what
And
was
it's
Miyazaki thinking when he made this game?
no clue, man. No clue. Because obviously Dark Souls is an easy enough translation 1-to-1. It's a high fantasy. There you go.
Yep.
Hey, fun fact. I don't know if you guys know this about Miyazaki, but he started off in Japan. His character started in Japan, IRL, and he did not speak English, but he spoke it some. And he thoroughly enjoyed reading Lord of the Rings, but he only got like 50% of the words. So he got the gist of the story. So when he made his
Good
games,
story, man.
we wind up with Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and they have really vague high fantasy stories. And that is what
Right.
the byproduct of his upbringing is reading these vague notions of, oh, well, I kind of know what an ent is, sort of. I read the word tree. So yeah, that's good enough for me. And now you have all kinds of weird shit.
He basically just took that experience and forced it upon everyone, essentially.
Yeah, I was like,
with these
dude,
games,
1000%.
because that's the reality of like any of the these games are like lack of a real direct story, but like it's there.
Yeah.
Like you kind of understand what's happening.
You can choose to snuff the flame or rekindle it, and you can usurp the throne, whatever any of that means. I don't know. And frankly, frankly, the best things about these games in general, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, any of those Miyazaki games they're straight up video game games, right?
Yeah.
At their core, it is about the play and how the games feel. And this game is no exception.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you the story just now. I can't. I have 700 hours of this game on my PlayStation, apparently.
That's crazy.
No idea.
Dude, what's funny is like, so there's this YouTuber named Vidya or something like that. It's a weird name. But he
Vati Vidya.
Yep, I've
He's
watched
the guy.
He's
the guy that talks like this.
Yes.
And in the Dark Souls universe,
I watched
we're
this
all very
entire
calm.
18-hour video of the entire story of Dark Souls 1 through 3. Like I am aware, I know the story. Like too well.
Please explain it to the audience. Don't explain it to the audience. It's fine. We don't have
Yeah, like it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's really
Something else.
interesting, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And a lot of it is kind of left up to interpretation, right?
Mhm.
But like I will admit, for Miyazaki not really having the story as like an intention.
Whoa, look at this guy.
Dude, this guy pissed me off because he just ran up on me, bro. I thought I was safe.
Yeah. So this guy in particular, this one in particular.
Look at that, dude.
Oh, he's going
Look
crazy.
at that, bro. He just digged me.
Yeah, he'll beat the fuck out of you with those bricks.
Look at what I do to him, though. Look at what I do. Look, watch me use this well to my advantage, bro. I was so upset here. I was just like, dang.
See, this one in particular is your introduction. Yeah, nice. Baseball bat. See, there's your power of the axe right there.
Dude, I love that thing, bro. It's so OP.
So that guy stays in his position until you cross the threshold of those stairs that lead up to there with those two dogs, and then he'll come and get you. It's fucking insidious,
bro. He really scared me. Like I wouldn't have seen him if I just hadn't like looked. All right.
So if I had game audio, you'd be like, ah!
No, literally. Dude, I was getting pissed off. like I was just like, dude. Oh, and another thing, bro, the latency, I feel it, and it's upsetting. Like I'm having to dodge like a split. Like I'm having to hit the button a split second before I actually want to dodge when I want to.
Yeah, this game isn't perfect.
And in this game, in a game like this, that is hell. Because I'm just like,
yeah,
dude.
You have to anticipate what you don't know is coming sometimes.
Yes.
There are very few instances. Later bosses are real bad about that.
Look at those freaky things over there, man. Those things.
You'll get better.
I was like, I don't want to fight that right now.
Like, yeah, so those two werewolves are trouble for sure. But honestly, this is a Dark Souls game. You can run past a lot of this and not worry about it. But what's the fun in that? How else are you supposed to get good? And I guess more so than just talking about the game, I want to talk about a little bit about the philosophical nature of a Dark Souls type game, and that is that it is a true challenge for the player. The games, at least these four and a lot of other games, take the Surge, for instance. Its sequel to a lesser extent. It's not a great game, but there's a ton of this Souls-like stuff going on in games right now where players are realizing that a lot of games aren't exactly challenging anymore. You know, where is the Halo Combat Evolved? I don't know if you guys remember playing Halo, but I had never really played a good first-person shooter on a console up until Halo, and that game does not fuck around. Like, put it on Legendary, good luck.
Yeah,
that game is there to kill you, and I like that. You know, I'm here to be challenged, and these games I feel are a good return to form. You know, they've been around a while, so this might be an old hat discussion. But the challenge of everything is really welcome. And let's take a newer example. Silksong, for instance. That game is challenging in a way that most games are not. The Library. Hollow Attorney, welcome. I'm glad you're in chat, brother. Welcome.
The Library.
The Library in Halo is a wild run
Library.
on the Legendary skill. Even on just the second difficulty down, it's tough.
Hollow carried me when we did a Legendary playthrough of Halo from Reach 1, 2, and 3. And I think we did a little bit of ODST. But like we did that on Legendary, hard carried, bro. That crowd was hard.
Tough stuff. I remember back in the day playing Halo 2 when it came out, and me and a buddy stayed up all night finishing the campaign because that was the first one where it was like, oh, yo, we can play together. Oh, there's dual wielding. And then we were dual wielding the whole time.
Yeah.
Just shooting shit. Oh, it was so fun. Shout outs to Craig, by the way.
Craig.
Yeah, Craig's a good guy. Yeah, so I took down the Bloodborne footage just now because I think we're just about wrapped up, but I do want to know about your journey as you go along because there's some bosses in Bloodborne that I think have some really cool, unique designs, specifically for the universe, you know? Like you're going to run into one called the Ebrietas. I don't even know how to describe that fucking thing. It's like a cosmic horror alien had sex with a squid, and then this entity showed up. And then you're going to fight some really tough enemies that are sort of interstitial enemies. They're hunters like yourself. There's a slew of hunters throughout the game that have a weapon and a gun, and they will fuck you up if you're not paying attention. So, yeah, I can't wait for you to get mad all over again.
Dude, yeah, and like I'm just thinking one thing that's like, oh, I forgot to add this. Why don't I get a bonfire near the boss, man?
Okay, so that boss right there is actually an optional boss, the Cleric Beast. He is optional, and there is problematic bonfire placement in that game. I will admit there needs to be, like, Elden Ring perfected it. There's a bonfire near Margit, and Margit's gonna crush your face in because that's the skill check in Elden Ring. And then this game does not have that. The quality of life wasn't quite there in Bloodborne. So this is blasphemy among the Bloodborne community. It's not a perfect game. The locked at 30 is kind of annoying, but you get used to it after a bit. I guess maybe I have Stockholm syndrome, guys. Is that what it is? I spent too much time with Bloodborne. I love my captor.
I have some Dark Souls 1 Stockholm syndrome.
I think all Dark Souls fans, the original one, definitely have Stockholm.
But Solaire!
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun, bro.
Yeah, but I actually brought up Halo specifically because it was difficult, but that actually allows us to pivot into a secondary conversation that I know, Devin, you mentioned Halo Combat Evolved is getting a remaster.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? I don't know too much.
It's like so I didn't know what it was at first. I thought they were like making a sequel because they named it differently, right? And it's actually called Campaign Evolved. And it's exactly what you said. It's a remake, or it's a remake or a remaster. They're not changing anything about the game necessarily. They're updating it and putting it in a new engine, so it's going to feel probably a little bit different. But everything about the game should be the same as far as the campaign, the missions, etc. For the most part, from what I understand. I did a little bit of diving into it today, just kind of looking into it, but From what it sounds like, their objective with this game was kind of a feeler. They said like some of the idea was, let's put out another, like, not a new Halo game, because we don't want to take the time to build a whole new Halo game, but let's see if the current generation today is even interested in a Halo game.
Oh, they won't let me embed this footage. I'm sorry. I would have the gameplay footage, but YouTube's yelling at me. I can't embed this footage into the thing. So that sucks.
Bummer. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I mean, it's all over the place. You can just search Halo Campaign Evolved. There's
a 13-minute gameplay demo out right now if you guys want to watch it.
Yeah. And I watched it. It really, they did a great job. It looks beautiful. I think the graphics were awesome. They built in Unreal Engine 5, so there's going to be probably performance issues. But we'll have to see what happens there. Maybe they did some due diligence on their end, but it looks cool. And I'm interested to see kind of how well it performs, right? Because that was their scope of it is, hey, is this next generation of video gamers interested in a game like Halo? If they are, they're going to release new ones and they will rebuild a new Halo. But they just kind of, their sentiment was, we don't know, we're not going to spend a whole bunch of time, and it just flopped because no one today in the world of gaming wants to even play it.
Yeah.
And I can kind of respect that, right? Coming from like an older gamer and enjoying these games in their time, right? Even talking about Bloodborne, and these quality of lives that people are so used to now in gaming that these older games just absolutely didn't have. And sometimes people just don't want that. And so I can kind of respect the feeler. Let's see if it's still an interesting concept that people will still adapt to it. But they definitely kept the difficulties. One of the things that they said, it was like, yeah, good luck beating this on Legendary with all the skulls enabled. You're not going to be able. They literally said you're not going to be able to do it. They're like, it's like you're not going to be able to do it normally.
Hold my beer.
Sure. No. They said you could. They were like, if you did it, but do it like normally. In other words, don't glitch the game, don't bug anything out, don't be a weirdo with it. Just try to beat the game. You won't be able to do it.
They don't know what gamers are capable of.
There was man, I may kind of be stepping on my own toes here in the context of I don't know what I'm talking about. But I was watching a whole bunch of videos over this today, and there was something along the lines of, is when you have all of the skulls enabled, because again, this is a remake, so it's just a mirror of the old one into a new engine, and so it's remastered. But they didn't really add new features necessarily. They just ported it into that new engine. They were talking about how previously the legendary mode with all the skulls enabled, I think, was only legitimately beaten like one time by like one guy.
What?
Really?
It was, like full difficulty, like the highest level of difficulty that they had in the game was only beaten by one single dude.
Oh man,
ridiculous. It was something like that. Again, I could be just like,
pull that shit up, Jamie.
Yeah, it was something like that. I watched in their like commentation.
The whole campaign is what they're talking about here.
Yeah, it's something like that, like all the way with all skulls enabled or something like that on legendary mode.
Yeah, because there's some skulls that like make it unplayable.
Yeah, that's basically what he was saying. Is it's like, good luck. Like you actually might not be able to beat it. And I could see maybe like you just like run out of ammo or something crazy, and like you just can't kill the enemy. Like maybe their overshield is just like too powerful. Like you just can't, like it just recharges before you can even get them.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Oh, I hate to debunk, but it looks like it's not exactly true. But it is widely considered to be one of the hardest campaigns on the highest difficulty by far. Like,
dang,
and it's not even close.
Yeah.
So yeah, test your mettle, guys. If you got an Xbox, which I'm told that anything can be an Xbox
matter now.
these days.
Hey, check it out. They're dropping the game on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. So it's going to be everywhere.
What's going on? The multiverse is collapsing now, guys.
Man,
the timelines have merged.
So I want to. Speaking of that, I want to to try and pull something up here. Give me just 1 second. The lovely organization we all know as the GameStop, they released a little statement regarding this sort of thing. And it's titled GameStop declares the console wars over. And this is an official GameStop press release.
I love this.
It says, whereas for the past 2 decades, the global gaming community has been engaged in an ongoing, increasingly petty conflict known as the console wars. True. Whereas said conflict originated in the early 2000s with the release of Halo Combat Evolved as an Xbox exclusive title. Also true. Whereas Halo Campaign Evolved is officially coming on PlayStation in 2026 with cross-platform play. That's the thing to note there, I think. Not just that it's on PlayStation, but PlayStation and Xbox players can now play together. Therefore, GameStop, acting under its authority as a neutral entity and the world retail gaming and trade-in destination, hereby declares the official cessation of the console wars.
Dude, so
wow,
Halo Combat Evolved was what started the console wars. Is that what I understood?
And ended it.
Wow,
it was the beginning and the end, my friend.
I kind of love this.
That's such a good thing for them to do.
It really is.
It was just nice to be in a war,
Yeah, we fought, guys, and you know what? Unfortunately, nothing was gained. Nothing was learned.
Yeah, we didn't.
And no people were harmed. Well, I take that back. There might have been somebody who got their ass whooped for saying PlayStation rules.
Yeah, there probably was. People
hey,
are
Keegan,
mean.
What's up? How you doing? Halo Forever. Really excited for the CE. Yeah, we are as well. And I'm really excited that the war is now over. We can lay down our arms, and PlayStation and Xbox players can now shake hands again.
That's right. It's finally over. What exclusive titles really remain? I guess Bloodborne, huh?
Bloodborne.
They haven't ported that anymore.
At the conversation comes full circle.
Aren't the first 3 God of War still only PlayStation only?
I believe that is accurate.
Wait, the first 3?
The first 3. I know the newer ones.
I was going to say the new ones definitely are.
Yeah,
are on Steam now.
I gotta pause you, Devin. You are aware that God of War, the one that's most recent, God of War and Ragnarok, those aren't the only God of War games. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. I thought I misheard you there for a second. Let's see. What are some of the most famous console exclusive titles?
Oh no.
I'm going to ask old Chat Gippet here to go ahead and toss that out because I always draw a blank on this type of stuff. But we're definitely looking at stuff like the Last of Us series is PlayStation exclusive.
Last of Us for sure. Now I'm so bright.
But the Last of Us, that's not on Xbox?
No.
That's
really
an exclusive
title. I think they're working on porting it to PC if they haven't already. Did they? I think they might have already done it.
Yeah, I can check that real quick. But yeah, so the Infamous series
exclusives.
Final Fantasy 16, Shadow of the Colossus, the original and the remake. Now that is a legendary game. If you guys aren't aware of Shadow of the Colossus,
that sounds really familiar.
And I'm going to discount Nintendo exclusives because I feel like Xbox and PlayStation are playing over here, and Nintendo is playing over way here somewhere else with completely different toys. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo, they do their thing and never shall they enter the yards of Xbox and PlayStation almost at all.
Yeah, they won't. They're like homeschooled.
You guys heard it here first. Nintendo is the homeschool
of
consoles.
Kid.
Yeah, they definitely have their own thing going on, which I can appreciate to a degree. But there are some things that they need help with, like the internet in general. I don't think Japan quite understands how the internet works sometimes.
Seriously.
But it is what it is.
Look, Keegan mentioned something about the new Xbox, and I had heard some conversation on this before as well.
There's a new Xbox?
They're it's not out yet, but it's in the works. What they're looking to do, from what I understand, again, this I don't even know how official their release or announcement is at this point, but they were talking about releasing an Xbox that essentially kills the Xbox. In other words, it's no longer going to be an Xbox. It's just a PC. It's just Windows. And it's going to be based off of the Microsoft Store that's currently on Windows, and it's just going to be an Xbox, quote unquote. So it's just going to be a full PC. Which, okay, hold on a second. Don't know it yet. I don't hate the idea because we were already kind of there to some degree. Now, if that's the price point, you're gonna lose a lot of people, because that's why people gravitate to a pre-built, which consoles are basically just pre-built little PCs that are way more cost effective, a smaller form factor, just better built as far as optimization goes.
They look way fucking cooler,
and they look super cool. Because they have like design teams to build them out, and they only refresh them
except for the PlayStation 3. Those guys were drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, that one looks awful.
That PS2 though,
dude, PS2 was a
best looking console. Best looking console.
Agreed.
It's absolutely no. Agreed. I don't know. I kind of like the GameCube. I'm not gonna lie. I like the form factor, the little handle on it.
Wasn't around for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a baby. I forgot.
GameCube was legit though.
Yeah, but jumping back into anything can be an Xbox. That's kind of their refrain right now, is it not?
Right. Yeah, I mean, they're looking to like it's your whole home media thing that you plug into your TV, right? So bringing your PC into the living room, which honestly, I would love to have something like that. I have my gaming computer in here, but I don't necessarily want to buy a full gaming computer to set it up in there. And the reason for that is because then you have to have the mouse, the keyboard, set it all up like that. And so if they set it up like, where it can feel still like a console, and Windows kind of gets configured that way, that'd be kind of cool. I think I wouldn't be against it. Not for a $1,200 price tag though, because again, that's the point of the console, is to be a cheaper, more optimized option. And at $1,200, I feel like that's
not where the economy is, Microsoft.
You should just
at that point,
read the room.
Yeah, they're trying to get at the pores again,
Yeah. Oh God.
Stink suits.
Do you guys think that this will incentivize Sony to raise prices for the PlayStation?
Oh, hold up. Yes, but also, I don't think PlayStation's going to do it. I'm really conflicted about that question. I don't know. I take it back. I don't know. Devin, you had something to say. I stomped on you. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I think they absolutely are going to, adjust pricing. That's how the game works. If the market will bear it, then everyone will move to it. Yeah. It's why we see microtransactions, right? It's why we see all the things that we hate, right? DLCs, right off rip of video games releasing. Yeah. I mean, you name it, subscription models, right? Everything's a service now. It's not just a purchase and you own it. Everything moves. So if the market can bear it, the big old capitalist suits are going to do it, because they can squeeze more money out of you that way.
Freaking corpos.
Yeah, I mean, he can. I agree. I think the biggest issue with it is the pricing. If they can make the pricing compelling, I think it's a great thing for them to do, because maybe it's like I've been really excited about the Steam OS, because I want to take some of, like, I've got an old laptop. I might be able to install Steam OS. It runs a little smoother, a little cleaner than Windows, less heavy, but then also be able to play some video games on it. So I've been excited for something like that to come out. But if I can, repurpose it and it just be Windows, and they tuned it up to where it's an Xbox OS or whatever that's baked with Windows or something like that, I think that's fantastic. I think it'd be amazing for the community. I think it would drive, at least some excitement about, whatever this release is. But I think it's kind of a death of consoles is what this is. That's what it really leans towards, is goodbye consoles. We've kind of already been there for a while, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. And something that I kind of got to give Xbox props to, like, never mind the shit price point, they are kind of leaning into the dissolution of what a console is, and trying to push toward that cloud gaming infrastructure that I don't know what I feel about. Because on one hand, it's cool that you can cloud game and access the stuff, but then you run the whole argument of you don't own that shit, and they can just turn it off anytime they want.
Physical media.
you said a naughty, dirty word, and that's not okay in some country that this happens to be existing in. Therefore, your account is now banned, and you have to buy a new subscription or some shit like that. The overlords start to clench their fist a little bit tighter, and I hate it.
Yeah,
but I got to give them props for having the balls to do it and go toward what they feel is the future, because I don't think there's malicious intent necessarily in that sort of thing. But I think they're trying to get ahead of where PlayStation is, on a competition level. And what that looks like to them is this type of model. Anything can be an Xbox. Your crummy laptop, Devin, that you have in the closet, and with cloud gaming, you've revitalized that machine. And now that $30 that they charge, which don't even get me started on the $30 price point for Xbox, whatever it is. Game Pass, that's it. Don't even get me started on that. But you have revitalized, you have given Devin an Xbox without him having to buy an Xbox. There's some merit in that, is there not?
No, there is. And I think you're hitting it just right, because and this is actually not my personal take or how I enjoy things necessarily, but I'll give you the perspective that this is a good thing. If you are an individual who doesn't have the finances to buy a $700, $600 console, $500 console to play video games, which is a lot of people, right? But you happen to have a laptop that you bought for school so that you can do schoolwork. And now you can utilize that system for doing cloud streaming, because you've got, I don't know, $30 a month to be able to make the streaming service function. But you just don't have the $500, right? This enables you to have, because you can't just say, oh, it's $30 and you got a console. It's $30 and you have every game that they have in their Game Pass, which is massive. So now I can play every game that everyone else is playing. And since we're kind of taking down the walls and the barriers between consoles and PCs and PlayStation, you're essentially, you get to play along with everyone, right? You get to install your Discord, you get to communicate and hang out with your friends. And it's all extremely affordable from a monthly perspective. So I think it removes a barrier to entry, and that's what they're looking to do, is how can we siphon more, from a business perspective, how can we siphon more from an economic perspective? And that's to lower the barrier to entry. Now, that's not the best experience, right? You're not going to have the best experience with that, but you're at least in it. You're at least being able to participate. And then that means when, let's say, the person going through hard times who can't afford those things finally catches themselves a break, God willing, they're going to invest the money because it's what they enjoy to do.
Yeah. That's a pretty good take, I think.
So as much as I hate all of the subscription stuff and not owning anything,
pisses me off, man.
because we'll get to it. And this, I hate not owning things. I will get to it because I've got bad news and I'm really mad about it. But the subscription stuff is I think overall it's probably a negative thing. I think it has those silver linings to it that allows these people who wouldn't have been able to participate to be able to enjoy these things.
Yeah, and piggybacking a little bit off of that, I think this highlights a little bit of an older generation, because John, you're young, Devin, you're mid, and I'm old. Like, we have a good gamut that we run across age gaps in this podcast. But at the end of the day, we're all considered old gamers now. We're crossing that barrier into the river Styx, if you will. And once you get past a certain point, you start learning a thing or two. But this younger generation, they're okay with a subscription service. They'll be okay with $9.99 to have access to Fortnite, because that's what they play with their friends. And Nintendo hit it right on the head when they came out with the Wii. Their marketing campaign with the Wii, chef's kiss, because their slogan was, "We want to play." Why do you play video games in the first place? Yes, there are olds like me that like to sit around and play like Verho, the Curse of Faces, but that's a very small slice of the gaming community. Most people play games because they want to play games with other people. Correct, and so dropping $500 on a box plus $60 plus $30 a month is a big ask for people who just want to shoot some fools with their friends in Call of Duty or Fortnite. And if you can, and I agree with you, Devin, if you can lower that barrier to entry as a company and also offer an option for olds like me who want to play, single player games like Dark Souls, and I want to not have to worry about a monthly subscription, maybe it's okay that there's another option. That's okay to exist as well,
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah. The gaming landscape is shifting, and it's shifting fast. I mean, I remember, let's see, this must have been 5.5, 6 years ago, because I was still working at Center Technologies. And my buddy Bo goes, "Come here and check this out." I walked over to his computer, his company computer, and he had a web browser open, and he was playing super low latency Assassin's Creed with his controller. And I was like, what are you how are you doing this? He said, "It's cloud gaming. It's coming, and it's coming fast, and it's pretty good." Pretty good is okay for 99% of the populace out there, is it not?
Yeah. No, it is. That's exactly it, dude. And we even talked about this, I think, earlier in this week, talking about the differences between someone playing on a 60 hertz monitor and, a 144 hertz monitor or a TV. And most people, they just don't care. They're going to play on their TV because it's the only display that they have in the house that they think of, or the ones that they hook up to their console, or or their 60 hertz monitor that they just bought because it was a cheap monitor and they didn't want to spend $300 on a monitor. And they don't know any better. They don't and it's fine. They're playing the game and they're enjoying it.
Yeah,
right?
We're just here to play fun games.
Yeah, they just wanted to play the game, man. But I do want to continue maybe on the trail of kind of the modernized gaming, because I think there is an underlying something kind of lurking in the closet that it's already been talked about, but I think it's going to be really, really impactful. And we're starting to see it. So I'm going to pivot us, but it's live service, man. Live service is such a scary thing. And since everything is going live service, and you purchase a license to play this game, like a Fortnite, right? And you're investing, or a League of Legends, right? It doesn't matter what it is. All these live service games that are really prominent, these are the large ones, right? Even think Battlefield. Some of the problems with these games is whenever they start to die off, the game legitimately will end. And that means all of the time, all of the money, all of the investment that you put into that game just gets ripped out from underneath you. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. And that's I'm going to pivot us to the sad news that I have to bring to you guys, because you've been listening to me talk about New World over the last several podcasts, and my wife and I have been really enjoying playing New World. Really kind of over the last several years, we've kind of off and on played it. It came out about 4 years ago, and they announced on the 28th that their servers, they basically they don't know what's going to happen to their game. Amazon told them that they had to shut it down because it's owned by Amazon. And so they basically, what they said in their statement was, we're going to try to keep the servers on all the way through 2026. And that's it. That's all we know realistically. They said, hey, from a, we couldn't justify it from a business perspective, blah, 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 blah. And so they're going to be shutting the servers down most likely, unless something comes in and swoops and saves it. Rest in peace, New World, after 2026.
How does Amazon have what is their basis for y'all have to shut this down?
Let me tell you. All right, I've got it, dude.
By the way, real quick before you get into that, there are legislation and petitions specifically targeting this subject right here. If you guys haven't seen the Stop Killing Games initiative,
yes, please,
to push regulators and enforce laws to prevent publishers from shutting down servers without providing alternatives such as offline modes or private servers. And that's gotten a lot of traction. And I 1000% agree with it. If you guys go just Google Stop Killing Games, you can sign that petition. I think it's still open. But that is a massive thing that we really need to push for. And Devin is about to spill the beans as to why.
Yeah, 100%. So from New World's perspective specifically, and I'll kind of give everyone a little bit of history, because not honestly, New World, it popped off initially, but it really didn't do well consistently over its lifespan over the last 4 years. But the initial launch had an absolute banger of a release. I mean, I think concurrent viewers on Twitch at one point, viewers, not even just players, was over 1 million concurrent viewers on Twitch. It was breaking records when it first released. It was doing fantastic things. What happened, and it kind of had a really fast decline because when they released the game, they didn't have enough content, which is a common shortcoming of MMOs. Is they release them and people just explode through the content and they're like twiddling their thumbs, going, "Now what do we do?" Because I've done all of your content. And now I'm in your circle of content at the end game, and I'm getting bored. I've played all the PvP maps 1,000 times. I need new maps. I need new this. I need new that. So the developers are trying to keep up with the demand of people, and they didn't do a great job at first communicating and then executing on those projects. They kind of had some misdirection, in my opinion, from probably a management perspective. But what ended up happening is they got into this negative feedback loop of negativity within the community. And I think it kept them in a negative perspective of New World, even whenever it became a better game. So there was a point that New World really started to flourish and like become really fleshed out. But because of that really heavy negative community feedback, it kind of got stuck in that mud, and they were never really able to claw their way out of that negative community. And that was kind of the downturn of New World. Now they then released a new expansion, and there was again some potential controversy with it because it was a paid expansion. And they thought, man, y'all didn't have enough content before when you initially sold the game. This should be a free expansion. And they were charging people for it. Fair enough.
That's not a bad take, right?
It's not a bad take. And so again, it brought in controversy. But to say that is definitely one negative piece. But that expansion really rounded the game off, and it really made the game whole. For the most part, and kind of created the experience that I think everyone, if they would have released it like that, I think everyone would have been just mind blown with the game, and I don't think they would have had this negative feedback. But it was so negative at that point, the game had kind of dwindled to some degree. Well, then comes the AI craze, and Amazon is AWS. We know that they do cloud computing, and with cloud computing, and they suck at it. Hey, thanks for that outage, by the way. That took down like Amazon. 33% of like the entire internet and services. Yeah, we appreciate that. So for their cloud computing and AI functions that they need to beef up, we all know that they just did 14,000 people got laid off from Amazon. And it's under the guise of, whatever that they say, but realistically, they're just trying to beef up their AI revenue, right? They want to be able to invest more into their AI functions and their hardware to be able to beef up those systems. So they're clearing up some budget for it. Not that they, I don't know, the CEO could take that budget cut, but they don't do that. They want to keep that in their pocket. And I think also it was a part of the New World. They got cut because an MMO with no subscription services is going to eventually be a money pit. So they made their initial money, and they sold a lot of copies. But with no subscription and not a really effective, they did like battle passes and then some like aesthetic skins. Everything was all aesthetic. It was no hardly any, I think, like you're not getting an advantage.
No pay to play kind of stuff.
Yeah, there was no like hardly
the way it should be.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. So they did those things really, really well. But in the end, Amazon looks at that and goes, yeah, y'all aren't producing enough revenue, and we want to go ahead and take that money that you're using to keep all these servers up and maintain all the staff that you guys have. And they cut budget to them really, really hard. And we got excited about that new expansion that came out, which was a free expansion. But you can see the quality shift. All of a sudden, they didn't have all the same voice actors. So the characters that you knew in the beginning of the game in this new expansion had new voices.
Wow.
Insane, it was actually kind of a shock. I got into the new zone and I talked to a character where we were really familiar with, and I like did a double take, and I look over at my wife. I'm like, am I going crazy, or is that a different voice actor that's playing?
Changed it up on you.
Yeah, and and it was kind of consistent. And then you could hear like there was the same voice actor playing multiple characters all over the place. Man, it was so tragic. So you know, they're getting shut down because of the AI bubble, and it's really unfortunate, and it sucks. And here's the thing: is this game? There's plenty of people out here. There's a lot of hate on the game, but there's plenty of people out here who've put, you know, thousands of hours onto the game. I am not quite at 1,000, but I'm really dang close to 1,000 hours in New World.
Wow.
And my wife, who is not a gamer, is actually actively playing it in the background of my feed here. And you know what's going to happen, you know, her 300 hours that she's put into this game as a non OG gamer, right? This is like one of her first games that she is just really locked into. It's just going to be taken away, and there's nothing she could do about it. We can't play it offline. We can't do anything about it. When the game's gone,
up a private server, you can't.
It's just going to be gone.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So there we go. That's my horrible news that I've just been like
sulking about. That sucks. Yeah, so that Stop Killing Games initiative aims at exactly this, because your time and money, they are the same thing effectively, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you spend one, you could spend the other, vice versa. And all of this resource, that time and energy that you've put into playing this game, yeah, it's just going to get flushed down the toilet.
Gone.
Because the red line crossed the black line on the graph somewhere, and Jeff Bezos said, nope. Yeah, that sucks, man. I feel for both of you guys. That's tragedy for sure.
Yeah, it's such a bummer. This is like you know, the thing that really, this isn't the first time something like this has happened to me directly, but you know, this is like the first game that my wife is really committed to, and it's like it's just going to be rug pulled. The only hope is, this is the only silver lining I can try to find in this, is maybe someone else will purchase the IP from Amazon and save the whole situation. But man, that's just like, that's a pipe dream. Nothing's actually in the work with that. That's just that's the only way that I could see it being saved.
Watch Microsoft buy it.
Oh my God.
But whether they keep it online,
I have a question. I have a question for you, Devin. Yep. Would you pay $10 a month to keep playing Eternum?
Yes. Yep. 100%.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've played.
That's the bad solution, but it's the solution.
No, and that's what everyone's begging for. Literally, the entire community that like actually enjoys the game, the ones that are not the negative Nancy's, like there's definitely plenty of them out there that are like, this game's shit to begin with, and should never have been made. It's terrible. Blah blah blah. Like there's plenty of those guys out there, and and honestly, rightfully so to some degree. Like I said, they did not manage the community very well. But that being said, I think that those that have enjoyed the game, who have kind of looked past, okay, yeah, some of these, the management realistically is the ones kind of struggling to maintain that relationship with the community. It's not necessarily the core of the game. I think those people have all almost unified in the sense of like, yeah, we would pay $15 a month. I mean, that's what WoW is. If you would play World of Warcraft, you're paying $15 a month.
The OG MMO.
Yep.
You were paid. Wait, was it 15 really?
So originally like OG, I think was only, oh man, I don't know.
It was 10. I'm pretty sure it was $9.99.
I know for sure it was 10 at like the time that I played most often, but I don't know if it was ever cheaper than that. I think it was 10 though. That sounds right.
But is this a I don't know what the term is here that I want, but is this a trick by Amazon to get people to ask for subscriptions where we were complaining about it originally? Are they tricking us?
Imagine.
I don't think that it's that.
No, I kid. I definitely don't think that.
Unfortunately, I think in this case, like, here's the thing: is with MMOs, as someone who has played MMOs for a long time, there is a difference between a subscription MMO and a non-subscription MMO, and the ones with subscriptions are typically better. and that's because they have the finances to actually work on it. I don't mind supporting that. If you have to keep a server up for me to be able to play your game, and that be the core experience of the game, right? I'm not talking about like a campaign game that you have to have internet access to play. I'm talking about, this is an MMO. It's built to be online. You need servers. I don't mind helping sustain that infrastructure. I don't mind it. It makes sense. I understand that's a cost to the game, and you can't expect people to willingly donate to that, through just skin transactions. It's okay. Put a subscription on there. It will reduce probably your player count, but it's sustainable at that point. So,
all right, it's dance party time.
Is it dance party time? I think we missed the dance
no.
party.
No, okay.
No.
So this is
I thought that was a dance party. You must be browsing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
False alarm. False alarm. No dance party.
I'm in an L moment right now. I can no longer turn on that light because I controlled it through my phone and I can't.
Oh.
So I'm just here.
You should have paid your phone subscription. Maybe they could have maintained your phone servers.
I thought I was up to date.
Rip.
So many hours.
So the alternative to that you can pay a subscription. That could be a take on it, but the alternative is allowing the users, the players, to subsidize themselves. You have a server master that's like, hey guys, I'm standing up an Eternum server, and New World will live on in this sector of Amazon, but they're also not providing the server software to the public for that solution. So the players literally can't win at all. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So that's truly the best solution, in my opinion, is providing, like, hey, we're shutting down in 2026. It's been a wild ride. When we shut down, the day of, we will release the server software and you guys can have that.
Yeah, I mean, something like that is absolutely amazing. I think doing even honestly, New World, even just offline for casually playing, I think is fun. They've got a lot of PvE content at this point. I mean, you have the sweats out there, the people who are just no-lifing this game. That's the only thing that they play. Yeah, they're running through that content, but I've been playing the game. Let me pull up my Steam library. I'll tell you how many hours I have. It's not a small amount. Yeah, 612 hours on this game. I have I have not completed the entire campaign. Just the main story. I haven't completed the main story.
You have a timeline now.
I do have a timeline to complete the main story. And I've gotten 2 characters and that's probably part of my problem, is I've gotten 3 characters to max level at one point.
Bro,
don't ask me why. Well,
it's fun.
Well, no, it's not even that. It was like I created my first character and played with one group of people, and then a new group of people came in and I started playing with them, created a new character for those people in a different server. And then my wife wanted to play and I created a character with her. So then I ended up having all these. But that being said, I played the game through basically 3 times to max level. Didn't complete all the in-game content, including the main storyline, because there's 2 main storylines that go parallel in the beginning, and then you end up going to all these different zones and the DLCs that they've released and things like that. So there's tons and tons of content that you could just play offline. Put me in the world in offline mode.
Absolutely.
I could play that game.
So I have to point something out. I have 212. Let me hold on. Let me get Jamie to pull this up. I have to get this number right. But I have 225.3 hours in Schedule 1.
Dang, dude.
And bro, that game is not anywhere near as complicated as New World, okay? It's totally viable to set up an offline mode New World thing that people will play for hundreds, if not thousands of hours, because I'm doing basically stick figure drug dealing in Schedule 1. Okay.
Right.
It's not complicated, but I'm having a blast doing it. And you can do it with your friends. You connect to their instance of the game. There's no servers involved. We don't have to worry about Schedule 1 servers being down. They're just connecting to me. as normal. And so why the hell can't they just, I say just, I'm not discounting the work that it would take to do that.
Correct,
but if they wanted to make this work, if they cared about the actual players of the game and their enjoyment of this product that they sold them, they would make it work. And I think that's the rub there, is that they don't give a shit. I said this on day one of our podcast. The corpos don't give a fuck about you.
Care.
They don't care. And it's so brazen now. That's what pisses me off the most. The effort could be exerted, but they simply don't.
They don't care.
Ooh, I'm getting heated. I gotta calm down. Where's my ice bucket?
No, I mean, it was just tragic, and it's just another example of something we have to fix, right? This new style of gaming. It removes a lot of barrier to entry. It allows a lot of people to access video games and subsidize playing these online modes, which is how a lot of people like to play the newer games anyway. So, but there's a fundamental problem with it. There's a flaw with it. If I spend $300 on my League of Legends skins, and then those servers get shut down because League of Legends just wants to die off, that $300 goes to what? Right? I don't get to keep those skins. I have nothing to show. I don't get a physical skin in the mail of those characters, right? I don't. So what do we do? What do we do about that?
We demand more of our. Well, first off, I can tell you, we stop voting. We vote with our wallets. We can stop paying for that horse shit. Unfortunately, the incoming generation is full of young people with smooth brains, and I'm not saying. Yeah, it's such a boomer take. Oh my God,
these youngins,
these damn whippersnappers.
Whippersnappers.
Look, I'm not shitting on them as people. What I'm saying is they are being duped and they don't realize it. And I think when you have a big, like, New World is a drop in the bucket compared to like the entire gaming landscape, but it's not nothing. So however many concurrent players are playing that game, a subset of them is going to get the gut punch, and they're going to realize real quick that their money went nowhere.
Yeah.
And that whiplash, that backlash that the gaming landscape is going to take, the gaming companies in particular are going to have to see. When something like this happens, it's going to detrimentally affect every other MMO that comes out that is a paid, non-paid thing, because that player who got hundreds of hours and skins ripped out from underneath them with no recourse is going to think twice about playing your game next time. It's sort of like shooting yourself in the foot. If you don't lay down the goodwill now, why would they come back to your product again? Why?
Yeah,
they won't. And you'll be left with all this work that these talented developers put into a game with no player base to show for it. And I've seen so many MMOs, they've come and gone, and it's going to become that over and over and over until there is no MMO. It's going to kill the MMO, like long term. That's where the conclusion is.
Or it's just all going to be subscription.
Yeah, or that, which is equally bad. Because I can talk a little bit about Game Pass. Game Pass, like, they went from $20 a month to $30 a month, and you have to ask yourself as a gamer, is $360 a year worth what I'm getting out of this? Wow. For a lot of people, the answer is yes. Right. But for a lot of older gamers, such as myself, for people who they don't just play games because it's a fun thing to do. They really enjoy games as an art medium. I don't know how big the subset of gamers of the gaming population that actually is, but the answer is like, hell fucking no. I can't drop $30 a month on this nonsense. And it's a constant battle that we're going to have to fight, and we need to first vote with your wallets, and then second, we need to demand better. The Stop Killing Games initiative is a great start. Millions of people have signed that thing saying, like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You sold me a thing and now you're just not going to let me play it. That's not okay. And we need to tell them it's not okay and then stand by it. That's what needs to happen. Will we do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, guys.
Last I remember, I'm pretty sure they have a ton of signatures on that thing.
Yeah, it's a lot. I can I'll pull that up just to get an
Pull that up,
accurate.
Jamie.
Yeah, here's Jamie. Let's pull that shit up. But yeah, it is a terrible, tragic thing that as gaming evolves, new ways of playing and enjoying games are created. But of course, as with anything, more problems, more money, more problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Ben said it best: as we put more and more power into the hands of the corpos, they should also be getting more and more responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility, and we need to demand that they take that responsibility seriously. You know, you sell me a Slinky and then tell me I can't play with the Slinky after 30 days because
Slinky doesn't work anymore.
When Slinky gets discontinued, you come to my house and take the Slinky away from me.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I bought that Slinky.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it. Damn it. Oh man. But to bring it back, that really sucks. And I really feel for you having put so much time and effort into that, Devin. Rip.
Yeah. It's definitely sad. That's for sure. But
well, maybe Elon Musk can buy it and he can host it on the X servers because X didn't go down during the AWS outage. I got to say that.
I think that was one of the top comments on the
Elon,
like the posts on Twitter for New World. I think once someone came in there and was like, "Yeah, come on, please, Elon, buy this game for us, save it."
Homie plays Diablo, from what I understand.
Supposedly.
Allegedly. Take him at his word. Come on. Take him at his word. Whatever.
Never, dude. He's a billionaire.
No, dude. He doesn't care about us.
So yeah, that's a bummer. And actually, John, you mentioned something in this whole discussion here. Wait, are we done? Do we need to bitch about any more about this subject?
I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah, we got it off.
Move away from it.
We beat that dead horse a little bit.
Yep.
But I do want to mention something that John brought up this week, and that and I saw a tweet. I'm kind of bring this up twofold. I saw a tweet yesterday, and it said, "Holy shit, this game is unplayable." Okay, first off, that sentence is fine. The next sentence that followed was, "I'm only getting 180 frames a second."
Stop it. All right, I need to go to bed. I can't go to sleep.
What? I'm only getting 180 for this is borderline unplayable.
Dude, that's rage bait, right?
That gotta be, right?
Surely.
Fucking gotta be. And John mentioned this thing that is the same notion. Are we the problem, guys? Are gamers the problem? With all of these things that we bitch and moan about on, that subject that we just talked about aside, that is an actual problem. It's clearly an issue. That is a valid complaint.
There are valid reasons out there.
But now we've seen a lot of games like Silksong's a great example. That game's fine, okay? It's hard, but it's fine, all right? But the level of hatred and vitriol that I've seen come out of people like these fucking devs and blah, blah, blah. And like, guys, you might just not like games.
Hey, where's your game?
Yeah, where's the game that you made, huh?
Look,
I don't know. I might be mischaracterizing it, and I know, John, this is your platform. I want to hear you.
Yeah,
talk about this.
and the point that I made was that the point I want to say that we were talking more so about like the display and like frames and stuff, like the presentation of certain games.
That was the genesis of the conversation.
And Devin brought up a good point in that like it's literally just because of comparison. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, I'm a 1080p gamer, right? Like the closest I've had to 4K gaming has been from my PlayStation downstairs on my TV playing Red Dead and Cyberpunk on it. And like, there's this huge complaint of like, oh, this is under 60 frames. I can't play this. And it's like, well, hold on. That's not true. That's not true, right?
Yep.
There's a difference in a game running at 30 frames because it's not optimized or your hardware can't run it. There's a whole other difference in playing a game at 30 frames that was made to run at 30 frames and is optimized to do so. Exhibit A, Red Dead Redemption 2. 4K Absolutely. At 30 frames looks great. It's fine, right? one thing I can say, Bloodborne, it's locked at 30 frames. Now, if there's one thing I know about FromSoft developers is that they intentionally made their games in ways that made them harder to play. Dark Souls 1 on release was actually one of the mechanically most horrible games to ever grace gaming. And I wasn't even around for that. That's just all I've heard about Dark Souls 1 when it first came out. And even the remaster, I don't know what they did. I don't know what they did in that remaster. It's the same game.
Yes.
It's the same game.
It's the same
still
game.
clunky and it feels like crap, right? But it was made to be that way, right? It was intentional. So
Sure.
it's like there, yeah. If I have a 5070 and my game is running at 30 frames a second, problem. If I'm playing a game that was made to run at 30 frames per second on my console, whatever the case may be, it's fine, right? But we have this notion of like, and I guess it came from the rise of FPS because I tried to think about it where this might have come from. But in FPS, frames matter. In Counter-Strike 2, dude, Devin having 240 frames at 240 hertz and me having 60 frames at on a 60 hertz monitor is a massive gap. If we just see each other in the hallway, he's going to kill me first every single time. Like, it actually matters in an FPS game. But for a story game like a Silk Song, like a Hollow Knight, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get like corner peeked, you know what I mean? And then just like shotgun blasted across the hallway. So I mean, I feel like there's a little bit of we're the problem because like I think we are spoiled in a way, you know, because dude, man, there's some people in Russia over there that are playing CS Source right now on some jank server, whatever they got going on, and are having a great time. Yep. So it's like you can have fun regardless of how the game is displayed to you, right? But I think, you know, if I play a game at 60 hertz and I play that same game at 240 hertz, right, you're going to notice that difference. But I play at 1080p. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay. It ain't much, but it's honest work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's okay. But
yeah,
I think there's a difference between optimization and presentation.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree.
100%. And I'll kind of elaborate a little bit on my comparison theory. I think it's kind of like going to the store, like going to a Best Buy, and you have that wall of TVs. And that wall of TVs, you have like, you have the really like the $4,000 TV sitting right there next to a $2,000 TV. And so you look at that $4,000 TV, you're like, man, that one's definitely so much better. I've got to get that way better one because this picture looks terrible. And you can tell that because you're looking at the $4,000 one. If you take that $2,000 TV and you bring that bad boy home, that's a $2,000 TV, and it is badass, dude. Hell yeah. The problem is you're looking at a $4,000 TV right next to the $2,000 TV. And I think that's the issue there is people have seen 240 hertz on a monitor and 240 frames running in that game as well. And they now know what that looks like. So when they drop down and they see 170 frames or whatever, right? 60 frames. Oh my God. Then they have a baseline. They know the potential, and then they see something that's not that level. And it's that comparison that I think tears it all down. And so, yeah, I think it absolutely, it's a part of the gamer's fault, right? Understanding that, yes, you can get a better experience. Yes. But it doesn't make the other experience bad. Yes. And I think that's the differentiator is we can't hate on the things that are just not as good. Even if they are still amazing, they're still good. They're just not, they didn't raise the bar, right?
Yeah. I think there's also something that I noticed kind of a while back in general, like the internet is black and white. Like opinions on the internet, it's not just this game is okay. This game is hot garbage, or this game is the best thing I've ever played.
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no room for nuance. And so even in this one little thing that we're talking about, the frame rates of a 240 versus a 60. The 60 is not hot garbage. It's fine. Chill out.
It's good, actually.
It's great, actually. You know what? I've just pulled out of that position. I was playing Slime Rancher 2. Okay, guys. Slime Rancher 2. And it was running at 27 frames a second. Okay, my 970 couldn't keep up. And you know what? I would have happily played the game like that. It would have been fine. But I will tell you, as soon as I put that 3060 in there and I popped it in at 60 frames a second, yeah, it feels better.
Yep.
But the 30 frames that I was running at, because that's what I was capable of, I still would have had a damn good time capturing and breeding these slimes and making my little zoo full of pink bunny-eared slimes and feeding the plorts into the thing. It would have been fine. Okay. So yeah, I'm with you guys. There needs to be a level of chill out. That I wish would spread like wildfire the way a vitriolic opinion does sometimes.
Can I attack gamers even more?
Yes.
So talking about them being the problem, I think this spans into the other aspect that we were on earlier in the paying with your wallet, right? Like these things that we don't like as gamers, why are we still spending the money?
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Like stop. Like you have to stop. Like you have to stop.
It's completely optional. It's
Like,
completely optional.
Dude,
well, we talked about it earlier in the stream where the market will bear what the market will bear, and they will just go right up to that number every single time. And if we continue to just shell out the money, we literally put our entire savings into a new console because we gotta have the latest thing. Then yeah, they're going to continue to do it. And if we continue to play games and we accept the fact that they're going to be live service, even though they don't need to be, and we just deal with it, they're going to continue to do that because they know they can control the game. They know they can send you more ads. They know they can make you do more microtransactions. They know they can sell you the DLC easier because you can do it right in the game. It's not going to end. It's just going to continue to get worse because every inch that you give them, they will continue to take
a mile.
Yep.
Every time. It's like clockwork.
Yep. It's like a boa constrictor, right? Like every single time you take a breath out, that boa constrictor just pulls in a little tighter.
Dude.
And that's kind of what they've been doing because we are complacent. We accept it. We like the abuse.
I know. And it's like, so like when I felt that
Devin on fire.
Sorry. Let me.
No, that's great.
Right. No, he's right. Like
absolutely, he is.
Buying Battlefield 6 hurt.
You two are the problem.
Like,
I have not bought that game.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Like when I added Battlefield 6 to my Steam cart, and my cursor hovered over that buy button. You know what I thought to myself? You know what came to my mind? Hypocrite.
Hypocrite. Yes.
Hypocrite.
No, I felt the same way, John.
Like that $70 hurt me on not just a financial level, but man,
your soul.
I'm the problem.
Yeah, that's how I felt about whenever I purchased the full price Nintendo games and the new consoles and things like that. It's like, man, it's Nintendo and they just got me, dude. And I'm going to keep shelling the freaking money out and they're going to keep upping their price for their video games. They're going to keep making you pay for backing up your video games on their consoles every single month for their cloud service, and not even give you the option to back them up locally. Insane.
Yeah.
But we just accept it.
Dude, like,
I got to give Nintendo a little bit of props though. It's not that big of props. Pokemon ZA was supposed to come out, and its price point was $80.
Oh,
and there was some big backlash on that, and they lowered it to $70.
Oh, hey, speaking of Nintendo,
thank you, corporate overlords, for your graciousness in letting me only pay $70 for this video game. Fuck off.
Hey, speaking of that, hey, Nintendo. Hey, nice job on taking that L in the Pal World lawsuit. Get good.
Oh, did they get got?
They got, baby.
Man.
Go, dude.
Awesome. Good.
Stomp on them.
Because, man, don't get me wrong. I welcome protection of a thing that is unique and cool, because you were the first person to think there is a room for patents, but to so brazenly do something like you can't have, what is it, animal companions in video games. Get bent.
Crazy, dude. Yeah.
Get bent. Oh my God, get bent.
Let me debunk myself. They haven't lost yet, but major setback. Like might lose because of the setback.
Okay. All right. Big. Okay. Well, I'm gonna undo my.
Hey, they still took an L. They still took an L in open court. Like that's documented.
They got jabbed.
That's factual. Like
not
they
nothing.
took an L in open court.
Not nothing.
Not nothing. No.
I hope Pal World prevails, because at the end of the day, I'm not a Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon player, but Pal World should absolutely be able to make a similar game. Because what happens whenever you put an app on the App Store? A bajillion clones show up immediately from some studio in wherever they are, because they can do it fast and they can do it cheap and they can do it in your name, essentially. Like, take a look at Clover Pit. I showed you guys Clover Pit, that slot machine game.
Yep.
There's already so many clones of that game on the App Store. It's unreal. And the companies just let it happen. Meanwhile, when a big fat corporation over here has something like Pokemon, and then Pal World comes along and actually does what the players want and starts eating their lunch, they're like, hey, wait a minute.
Hey,
let's sue their asses.
Hey, get served.
Yeah. It's terrible. I hate it, and it's just them swinging their big money dicks around, and they have to stop. I hope they lose, and I hope they lose so hard that it's litigation that is referenced in other litigation, and I hope it makes other companies think twice before doing some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, Nintendo definitely needs to be put in their place. I feel like they've just made a game out of it at this point, right? It's like their own internal company video game.
Yeah, man. It really is. It's Ace Attorney, but Nintendo edition.
Dude, like, I'm gonna just say this because I want it documented. I will buy GTA 6. Like,
even if it's $100,
I will buy GTA 6.
Oh God, bro's gonna finance it. Put it on what is it called? Klarna.
I think Klarna and A-Firm.
He's gonna affirm his GTA 6.
Look, all right.
6 payments of 0 interest of
700 payments of 700 low payments of $5 each.
I trust Rockstar.
Okay.
Since coming off of Red Dead 2, I trust Rockstar.
As long as you know, while you do this, as long as you remember that you are the problem, that's okay.
That's how they get us. Look, we're the problem, you guys.
I judge you not. I swear to you, I judge you not. If they put if a Bloodborne remake by Bluepoint came out tomorrow and it was $100, you know what I'd be buying? That. I would.
And it's like, look, so like, I played the crap out of GTA 5.
Look,
like,
he says, look.
Listen. I played the crap out of GTA 5. I've been playing GTA 5 since 2015.
Woo.
I've been playing that game for dang near 10 years. All right. And I've replayed the story multiple times. And now I played Red Dead Redemption 2. Cried like a child. I was reduced to a emotionless husk at the end. When the credits ended, that's what I was left with. I trust Rockstar that I will have that GTA 6 is going to be another 10-year game. Like, okay. I believe that it will be, because you not only have the story, which you can play offline. Shout out to Rockstar.
Yep, you're saying exactly what I was thinking. Go ahead.
You also have the online aspect of GTA. Like, GTA 5 online is making them so much money today. There's people that host their own GTA roleplay servers, because they can do that. Shout out Rockstar, and are racking in $40,000 to $50,000 a month hosting a unique GTA online experience.
Wow.
Like,
I'm in the wrong
I
business.
did not know that.
yes, like there's even rappers that are making money like as a side hustle, hosting their own GTA servers.
That's insane.
Yes, like that is what GTA Online turned into. Now, I'm not going to say Rockstar knew that was going to happen when they released GTA 5 Online, but they know that that's what they can do. That's how much people love GTA. So for them to blunder and for GTA 6 to be a miss would be the biggest blunder in video game history.
Catastrophic.
And I'm calling that because no other game has the hype behind GTA 6. Dude,
It's true,
like
though.
it's a meme. Like something new happens. It's like, oh, we got this before GTA 6. Like you'll see that on stuff.
We got
like,
GTA 7 before GTA 6.
Yes, like you see that everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
GTA 6 is the modern Half-Life 3, except it's actually going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Oh, there's rumors that Valve is currently working on a trailer for Half-Life 3.
You're kidding.
No, I am not.
Didn't we talk about it last week that they can't do it?
Yes,
I can't, dude.
They might. They might.
Whoa.
Listen, I want to pivot back to GTA 5. I would like both of you to take a guess, and I'll give you a hint. It's in the billions. How much money since September 2013 GTA 5 has generated for Rockstar? Take a stab in the dark. Check it out.
Around 6 or 7.
Okay, Devin.
Bro, John White. I'm gonna say, you said it's in the billions.
It's in the billions.
It's above $1 billion. I'll give you that.
Whoa. I'm gonna say like $3 billion.
10. It has grossed $10 billion
10?
in revenue.
10.
And this is that, honestly, standing next to Fortnite isn't everything. You know, Fortnite makes roughly $5 billion a year. But I have to point out that GTA 5, a non-subscription service game, single player, and yes, there's multiplayer, but it has generated $10 billion in total revenue. So, John,
dude,
for all the hypocrisy that you're gonna have to levy into the ether by purchasing GTA 6, I don't think you're wrong, brother.
No, I don't think I am either.
Truly don't. I think you're in the right here because they're providing you a product that you feel is worth X number of dollars, and you're also not going to have to pay a monthly subscription to play online with their game.
Just have it.
You just have it. And when they shut down those servers and you can't play online anymore,
offline
mode.
I just play the story. And
I wouldn't put it past Rockstar to provide the server software later on. I wouldn't put it past them.
They did with 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there it is. There you have it.
Dude, it's crazy. Like people literally like there's completely different worlds of GTA Online out there. Like
That's
you
insane.
can like it's actually nuts like what it's turned into. Like there's like real like in-game currency in certain people's servers, like almost like people have made almost like MMOs with GTA Online. Like it's actually kind of ridiculous. Now, I do want to say this one thing. Rockstar, if you're listening, I don't know how the hell you're going to do it, or even if you would even bother at this point, but please, right, don't destroy the economy in GTA Online like you do with GTA 5. The GTA 5 online economy is absolutely cooked, and that's what stopped me from like just playing. Like I feel bad, like because my friends wanted to get into online, but I just can't do it, man, because it's like I don't want to sit here and spend hours running these heists, right? And I'm only walking out with 700 grand and I can't buy anything. I don't want to do that. Right, like they cooked the economy in GTA 5 online,
and there's no going back either.
No. Like that's it. It's done. You know what I mean? Like the economy's tanked. Like inflation of the wazoo, bro. Bad. Like
that sucks.
So that's the only aspect of online. But it's cool though that like it's that kind of realistic in that like the economy can just be cooked and it's like I can't buy anything. You know, it kind of reminds me of something called, I don't know, real life.
IRL,
That's my one complaint about GTA 5 Online is the economy is absolutely trashed.
Yeah, and you know what? I wish that big companies could realize that number of dollars is stupid. But if you take a look and pivot over to something of a smaller company like CCP Games, their product is called EVE Online. Do you know what EVE Online is, guys?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Oh, John, great. I'm about to educate you. EVE Online is since no, not even since 2011, earlier than that. Hey, Regal, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here. The EVE Online, okay, it's a space game, right? For lack of a better word.
Hang on, let me look at this.
And it is a real-time space economy. It is you can get a job in this game. It's basically a LARPing game that Star Citizen wants to be. And over its 20-year lifespan has consistently earned $55 to $60 million in revenue annually. So what I'm getting at is that, yeah, you can make a GTA 6 and earn $10 billion over that amount of years, but how many GTA 6s are there going to be? And would it not be maybe even better to have 10 smaller games of different types that could earn varying ranges of revenue? This is just me spitballing. I would rather see smaller communities like that if I had to take one over the other. But I basically just wanted to shout out to EVE Online because it is heavily overlooked. And in fact, there were some events in EVE in which hundreds of thousands of dollars that people sunk into this game were destroyed overnight. And it wasn't because the server shut down. It's because they fucking stopped paying attention and got ganked in a space war. So their ships were destroyed. Right? That's what happens in EVE. You leave your ship alone and unattended for too long. That's it. Game over. Yeah, get good, son. Pay attention.
Dang.
Bro, speaking of get good, Gabe Newell dropped the hammer on the Counter-Strike economy.
Oh, what happened?
Did you didn't hear about that?
I heard a story of some guy that was like, I sunk all of my father's retirement that he had saved up 70 years for into CS:GO skins, and now I can't. I'm going. Well, first off, bro, you shouldn't have done that. Don't gamble money
really
that you can't lose. But also, I got to hear more about this story because I knew there was more to it.
Dude, like pretty much he just slashed prices on everything, so it just completely tanked like the economy in CS. Because like, bro, there was people that were actually using like their stuff in Counter-Strike as real life assets, like
money laundering.
So let me give a detailed kind of breakdown, really, or a high level breakdown that will help you understand. So in CS:GO, you get skins for your guns, your knives, your pistols, whatever, right? You get all these little skins, gloves, I think now are in there, things like that. And the way you obtain these skins are through these cases, and you have to unlock these cases with keys. You get the cases for free. The keys cost money to open them, and you have a chance to get a rare item, kind of like Rocket League, where you get a rare item or not a rare item, things like that. Now, those items have varying value, like a lot. Knives have always kind of been the like peak pricing, and what that means is like Steam has the marketplace that you can sell things on, and on that Steam marketplace, you could sell your knives for like literally thousands of dollars, hundreds, thousands of dollars. There's other skins that were cheaper. There's some skins that are like a cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, $5, $12, $30, right? Like all over the place. It spans like tons, depending on the rarity, if it was seasonal, if it was, all of those types of things. So essentially what they did is they took the one of the high value versions of gun skins, so like the legendary gun skins, and you can then trade up those gun skins into a knife, which was so much exponentially more expensive, like dollar wise, than the 5 guns itself. So essentially for a short span of time, you could buy those 5 guns for, I don't know, let's say $600, and you could get a $5,000 knife. So you could just instantly make like $3,000.
Y'all want to hear? You're absolutely right. I'm reading this, and that's what happened. The trade up options introduced into this. The skin market experienced a massive value drop. Why
billion?
$3 billion in estimated market value within 48
billion.
hours. Oh my God.
It's because it had to adjust, right? With you know, being able to trade. You can't have an economy like that. There was real money. Yeah, there was real money being moved around in that market. And it wasn't just in the market on the Steam marketplace. That's the thing that some people don't realize is there was a ton of real life transactions that were happening outside of the Steam marketplace that were extremely large. You know, like $15,000 for a single knife skin, things like that, where you know you're not going to do that transaction over Steam because they're going to slice 3% on it, or whatever their marketplace percentage is. It's not like their normal game, you know, skim 30%, but it's like I think it's 3%, something along those lines. So people would leave and they would do private transactions externally, and then they would trade the knife on Steam, and that way they would kind of skirt that Steam price grab there, that little skim off the top. And so it just absolutely obliterated the economy. $3 billion, dude,
like of real money,
and he just
money gone,
bro. Like he just did that. Like he can do that, and he did.
And I have no sympathy for
not really
for that, because at the end of the day, I want you to think about this. A person, a live human, is paying thousands of dollars for a digital item, bits of code.
Like I feel I'm torn a little bit.
I was gonna say I have a different. I have some other information.
I got to hear a different take on it because I can't imagine it. Go ahead.
Okay,
John.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought my bad. No, I was just saying that I feel torn because like.
Okay.
It's impressive that like a game was able to make an economy like that, just like as a byproduct of like, hey, they're skins. And I also kind of feel bad because it's also like, I mean, I don't think, hey, you took advantage of a way to make money in a game. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
You know, that's impressive in its own right that you were able to leverage this game to just have assets, have real money. But go ahead, Devin. That's really all.
Yeah, let me lock you in here a little bit. The reason that market was so inflated, or quote unquote inflated, is because people were legitimately using it as money markets. And the people that were using it as money markets were a lot of money was coming from countries that don't allow investments into other organizations. And so they were legitimately putting their assets into this Counter-Strike economy because it was so bullish. It was so like, it just had tons of growth in it. And so they were legitimately putting their assets into it. It wasn't just, hey, I'm buying this for the game. They were doing it as a stock exchange. This was their brokerage.
Dude, like,
this was
their collateral.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Is they had legitimate assets in there, of their now you can talk about the volatility of that clearly, right?
Sure.
Because the game has full control, right? And it's not a real market. It's kind of
always had control.
Market.
That's the illusion.
Yeah.
There's risk.
It's not real. That's why I don't have any sympathy. I hear you. I hear that argument, and I to a degree I get it, but also it's not real. It's as real as the stock market. You know, don't invest any of the money that you're not willing to lose. That's the number one rule in the stock market. Am I right?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So, you know, for a market shift to happen like that, even within the, sorry, it's just so absurd.
$3 billion
down the toilet. And you know what? A part of me, and I might be wrong about this, but I can almost guarantee that was being used to launder illegal money some way, somehow, probably a lot more than I'm even giving it credit for.
So I bet that's true.
On one hand, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's okay that vector was cut off for, say, a drug cartel or something like that. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's still not real stuff, the same way that the stock market is not real. And if you lost the money on that, I feel for you, I guess, kind of, but also, man, be careful. Don't put your money into things that could potentially shift. Because what if they just shut down the servers? Yeah, we do not give financial advice.
Not give financial advice.
No, we don't give financial or medical advice on here. Please don't take anything we say seriously. But this actually brings it full circle to the Stop Killing Games initiative. What if Valve was like, nah, and just like closed the store?
Live service, dude.
There you have it.
Have full control. You can buy it. You can think you own it, but you don't.
You're renting time.
You're renting. You're renting that skin. It's not. You are
renting that skin. It's not yours. The digital bits belong to Valve at the end of the day.
Dude. Ones and zeros, baby.
Yeah, ones and zeros. Oh man. Well, guys, we're bumping up against another hour and 45, so I think it's just about time to. Yeah, we've been chatting for a while. We had stuff to say. It wasn't a little haphazard. Yeah. So, but anyway, I think my closing statement is this: enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. Don't invest the money that you don't have to lose, and demand better from the companies that sell you things, because you deserve it. Damn it. You know, as a consumer, you deserve it. Don't settle. And actually, what's really funny, I titled this podcast, Accept No Substitutes. Don't accept any substitutes for what is truly supposed to be yours. You know, this facade of a live service game that is a game that you paid for and bought. Don't accept a substitute. Demand that you get what you are supposed to get. And don't give an inch, because they will, as John said, take a mile, will they not?
Yes, they will.
They will. Whoa.
And on that bombshell,
we are at the end of our podcast day. So I just want to thank you for being in chat. I want to thank everybody. Regal, Keegan, Hollow Attorney. Thank you so much for sticking around. If this is your VOD that you're watching, thanks for making it to the end of our heavily ranted-filled podcast. And I just want to say that you are awesome. You are loved. And what you do matters, especially with your time and money. So take care of it, guys. Call your mom, call your dad, call your brother, call your sister. Make sure you tell them that you love them, because life's too damn short, guys. So we're going to throw up hearts to the camera. We love you. We're so glad that you're our audience. And we'll see you guys next time.